Today, I'm gonna try to surprise one of our recent couples that we worked for in the Outer Banks with a wedding film teaser. So as I'm creating this teaser, I'm gonna take you along with me for the process. Personally, I thrive creatively when I'm not under pressure, so I'm really looking forward to doing this and just having fun with it. All right, so let's talk about some vision and direction for where we wanna go with this edit. First off, as you'll see, this wedding had a lot of energy, had a lot of emotion. So I think for this wedding, a high energy, shorter trailer would be best. Sometimes I like to go slower and a little bit more emotional. I think for this wedding, high energy, a little bit more action packed, fast paced, fast cuts, cool little transitions here and there sprinkled in. I think that would be best for this wedding. So that's kind of my vision in my head. I think that's what we're gonna go for. So I think the first step is to jump into music bed and try to find a good track to work with that we can either use as it is or modify it to create this trailer for this film. All right, hello music bed. Let's see what we got. Maybe pop, post-rock maybe. Nope. It's beach wedding. Maybe By the Coast would have something good for this. Honestly, that's not a bad idea right there. I mean, I think it kind of fits. I'm gonna save it. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it. Let's see. Honestly, I'm not the best at looking for music. Emily's really good at that. I'm okay at it, but usually it's just like poking around till I find something that works. One person that does come to mind is Ryan Taubert. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's the guy. I really like some of his tracks, like Thunderbird and what's it called, Earthquake. Those are kind of overused now, so I don't really want to use those tracks, but let's see what else he has. Too ominous. Oh, here's one. Hang on. Let me try this. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be showing you the audio of these because I don't know if I want to have to go through the process of licensing each of these songs for this YouTube video. But a lot of his songs are a little too ominous. They're a little too dark and not happy. I have a playlist called Epic Tracks I Love, and I'm going to check that real quick and see if anything good is in there. I mean, it's awesome, but it's just still a little too dark. Ooh. Ooh. Sounds a little too much like a movie. It just doesn't, I don't know if it quite fits. I absolutely love this song, but I don't think it would fit very good. All right, nothing else there. Let's check somewhere else. Okay, so I really like this artist, but most of their songs are minor. Most of them are kind of like more dark. So we're gonna search them, and we're gonna search in the advanced tab, we're gonna go to key, we're gonna choose all major. Don't you love it when you like a song from an artist and you go to check if there's any more like that song? there's no more like that song. All right, but maybe one thing we can do is we can look at that song. Okay, I'm gonna try to duplicate some of these moods and tones and stuff and try to search in major keys and see what happens. All right, alternate, pop rock, all major. Let's see what we got. Okay, weird. All right, maybe I'm gonna take the alternate out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna keep searching and I will hit you back up when I find the right song, because this is taking a while, as usual.
One eternity later.
Okay, that is a very powerful song. I really, really like that drivingness that it has. And then lyrics are optional, like this little dip part. If I'm being honest, that little dip part right there could be used really well for like a little, a little bit of dialogue right there or something. And then modify the song to where it comes back into a driving part. Okay, honestly, I think I might be able to make that work. Let's download that sucker It was in my favorites this whole time? All I had to do was check my favorites, man. It was in there. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, folks. Man. All right, just took a quick lunch break and now I'm back and now I'm ready to dive into this edit. Because I had a good direction and good creative vision, it took me about an hour to find the song I was looking for. However, you know, if I don't know exactly what I'm doing or like where I'm going with the edit, it can take way longer because it's more aimless, right? You're less intentional. So intentionality is really important. Anyways, that's the hard work done. Now let's jump into the edit. All right, let's pull that baby in there. There we go. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of listen through the song and see how I could construct this into like about 1 minute. And I'm thinking in my mind of like what I'm gonna put in each part. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I might be chopping it up a little bit and we'll see what happens.
$346 later.
Creative vision, come on. I want that creative vision to come to my brain. I think what I need to do right now is go back and review some of the moments in the footage that are important to include in the trailer so I can have a little bit better direction because I have ideas, but they're not well formed. So I'm gonna go look at the footage real quick. Okay, maybe this shot right here. That looks like a good introductory shot. Thinking about just kind of coming in, right? Like, we're kind of leading in to the area. Let's see. And then maybe a couple portraits of them. I don't know, this is hard because the song is longer, right? And I'm thinking about cutting it up and cutting it down. But what kind of scene fits right here, you know? All right, I'm gonna take some time off camera, honestly, and just kind of figure out what I'm doing, and then I'll see you again. Because with the pressure of filming right now is throwing off my creativity, but I will see you soon. I'll be right back. Okay, this is looking good so far. I don't really have a lot yet. Like, this is supposed to be engaging and condensed. So each shot is lasting, that's 3-second mark. Each shot, it's like half a second long, and that's fine. This is world building right here. That's what I'm doing. And introduced our characters. So now I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep seeing what would be appropriate to fill in this area right here, like before this big climax. That's a big climax right there. So I'm gonna see what I can fill in here. I also have like this really good line that he said, right?
It doesn't feel real. This is wild. I love it. I'm happy. I'm excited, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see what the future holds, honestly.
So that's a really great line. He's excited, and he's like, this doesn't feel real. I've tried this out, playing it over some of these higher energy parts, and little bits of that, like, it would go so well. So that's another idea I've got rolling around in my head right now. All right, let's keep going.
24 hours later.
Okay, so I filled in quite a bit more stuff. So now we have a lot more world building, and I filled in between. So basically the best way to describe this is we have two main climaxes. I have broken up this song that I'm using and condensed it into about 1 minute long. So if you look right here, all right, we've got the instrumental version down here. We've got the regular version up here. So if you look at this song, like if I just stretch this out, this climax right here is actually this climax. Like, I moved this all the way over here and condensed the song because there was too much space where it was kind of like building to the climax. I needed it to get to there sooner, right? Because I'm not making a whole film, I'm making a teaser. So we've condensed it to the point that this song that we're using has two climaxes fairly close together with a small dip in between. Now, what I've done with that dip is I have played out a small ceremony scene, okay, and I really like how this goes. So I'll let you watch it, and then we'll talk about it.
It doesn't feel real. This is wild.
Good one-liner in there. Lots of emotion, lots of energy. reaction, the dip.
I have the greatest of honor to present to you and the world, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Peters!
Get ready for it. Heck yeah. Oh man, it's still good every time I watch it. So as you can see, this is really coming together. I've used that dip right there, this little dip in the song that we kind of, you know, planned to be there, to put a small ceremony scene. We've got the groom's reaction right there. He had a nice reaction. And then we cut right back into their entrance, which is just very high energy. They were just super pumped. And then some of their portraits, like really rapid fire here. This shot is actually in reverse because the movement matched. See how this shot's rotating and then this shot is also rotating, but it wasn't rotating in normal speed, so I reversed it. So that's actually, they're kissing in reverse. Anyways, so yeah, lots of high energy stuff. And then this right here, that nice jump cut right there, jump, boom, right? So glad I took the drone up to get these shots. We're just like introducing the reception, the partying, the dancing. That's what we're doing right now. Now I'm gonna cut into the best dancing footage that I have. So I'm gonna go look for that and I'm gonna edit this. I'm not gonna do any of the first dances and stuff like that. I'm just gonna use like the dancing, right? So I'm just gonna go through this whole section of dancing and raise up any of the shots. This is the way I like to do it a lot, right? When I'm making a scene, I'll just go through and be like, oh, I like this shot. I'll go through, I'm like, oh, I like this shot, raise them all up, and then I'll go back through and just grab all of them. All right, I think I've got enough to work with for the moment. I got some really good footage right there. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Take all that, boom. Go back to the trailer. And let's be careful here. So, oh yeah, one other thing that I do have in place is I know that in the end of this whole climax, this is what I want to end with. Boom, just a nice solid shot of them looking out to the ocean, right? So anyways, I know what I'm ending with. I know that I've led into the reception. Now we're just gonna fill out the reception and this thing's gonna be pretty much good. Those shots are all very similar. I'm gonna try to switch those around. I wonder if there's something else like. Maybe another, like, just punch back in again, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Okay, so we have like, I think it would actually work really good if that shot was right there. I'm gonna mute that so we don't have to deal with that audio. Put that right here. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, so we've got like almost like 3 more establishing shots, like boom, boom, boom. I think it works. It's not as dramatic as the one before. It doesn't have to be. I think it works well. Oh, another thing I could use is like, we have the bouquet toss. That one was a lot of fun. Okay, I'm gonna go back to another shot of Lizzie and Alex. There we go, right there. Yeah, I'm thinking bouquet toss would be appropriate. It's good to note. Boom. Oh my goodness, they are just going for it. Okay, so she was pumped. That's really good. Once again, in all these shots, what I'm looking for is like really high energy emotion, right? Smiles, people just having a blast. that actually works out really good. Let's see, what can we end with? I think one thing I could end with is, I think the last shot we have of them, yeah, they were up there. We didn't have our lights out at this point, so it's kind of not the best footage, but oh yeah, that totally works. That's gonna work. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now we'll do transition on the audio and video here. Delete that one, pull it down. I don't know how I feel about the fade. Let me try it without. And then I'm thinking, have this like, what I'm thinking for this is that we have it like really low exposure, like really cinematic, like have a title right here, like Lizzie and Alex coming soon, like right here. And it's exposed low. I really like how that looks too, it's moody. Okay, so let me put that title in there real quick. Okay, that should be pretty much it. I'm gonna watch through it one more time and see if there's anything I need to add. Holy cow. That is so good. That is so good. All right, so now really all I gotta do is color grade it, maybe add a little bit more sound design, and then I'll probably check back in, and then should be good. Okay, so it's the next day. I have color graded the film, I've sound designed the film, I've added a few little touches here and there, and now the film is complete. So first off, color grading was very easy. I'm not gonna go into that right now. If you would like to see a tutorial about how I color grade my stuff, I'd be happy to do that. It's not super complicated. I'm not like crazy good at coloring stuff, but I was really happy with how these colors turned out. And honestly, like a lot of it is just the fact that we were given really good colors, right? Like look at this. I mean, that's before, that's after. We're just enhancing what we have, making it look nice and warm and inviting. One thing that did help is that I was shooting on my C200, and you know, the C200 shoots in Canon raw light. So this shot, for example, was at, I think, like 500 or 640 when I shot it, because I'm going back and forth between the groom and the bride. But since it's raw, I can just turn down the ISO and post. Really, really, really handy. And that way you're not having to switch settings between the groom and the bride and everything. So that's one really, really handy tool that helped me accomplish this. As far as sound design goes, pretty simple. Just some ocean sounds that I recorded in the Outer Banks at another time, and not much else other than that. Fairly simple. The music carried most of the story in this one. Usually I find that when I add sound design, it adds a lot to it. In this case, I actually found when I started adding some sound design in different places that it took away from it, which is kind of rare in my experience. Other than that, added some little lens flares and different things during the reception, some Super 8 stuff going on here, and you know, like there's another little flare thing that makes it look kind of vintage, kind of cool. With all that said, I'm gonna let you watch the final film, and please let me know what you think of it down in the comments.
It doesn't feel real. This is wild.
I have the greatest of honor to present to you and the world, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Peters!
Okay, so that's it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Once again, editing this and not having the pressure of being paid to do this really helped. Honestly, it was really refreshing and it was a fun, creative thing to do. And it was really fun to take you along with me for the ride. I did send it to the bride and groom, and I'm happy to say that they absolutely loved it. Lizzie said, "Eli," all caps, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for this. You just made our whole month. I can't wait to show everyone." So that is a success in my books. I'm really happy we were able to surprise them with this. I'm really happy they liked it. I'm really looking forward to editing their full film, so keep an eye on the channel if you would like to see that when I get done with that. And other than that, thank you for watching this video. Please leave it a like if you found it useful, and I will see you in the next video.